We haven't talked about Rings of Power trailer yet. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there is a Lord of the Rings TV show being produced by Amazon. The first season came out. The second season had a trailer. I don't think it was a very good trailer. The trailer looked bad, but when I say that, it's not necessarily because I think the show doesn't have a chance of being good. I just think that the trailer didn't do its job. I felt more confused after watching the trailer than anything else. There was a lot of stuff going on that I'm just I don't know what that is. I can only assume that some of the stuff going on is weird visions or dream sequences. That's not good stuff to put in your trailer. That doesn't tell me what's gonna happen this season. My confusion's not gonna be resolved. No, I actually feel hesitantly optimistic. And let me tell you why. Because I am starting to wonder if they took at least a little bit of the criticism from season 1 and are maybe applying it to season 2. Because it does seem one of the big things I know most people were pissed about, I was also pissed about from season 1, is that they didn't do the Anatar storyline. I know I'm on copium. I know I am. They didn't do the Anatar storyline, which they're clearly doing this season. I do think they've put themselves in a pickle by making the rings out of order, and now of course, I don't know how they're gonna resolve things with Galadriel, and I don't know how they're gonna make everybody not look stupid for not figuring out who Anatar is now that they already went through the whole thing with what's his name, Halberd or whatever. I know that they can't do the stuff from the Silmarillion, but I'm pretty sure that they still can do the Anatar storyline. There's a lot of stuff that they can't do, but I'm pretty sure everything about how the rings were made and Sauron, I think that's all fair game. Unless I'm pretty sure I'm right though. I'm pretty sure they actually do have access to all of that. So they can do the Anatar storyline, they can go into the War of the Elves and Sauron and all of that. They should have access to. So if they can at least resolve it in that way so that everybody doesn't look really stupid, I think it'll be nice that they actually are going to go back and do it, because that was a big criticism from last season. And because they got the exact same actor to do it, they're definitely not going to try and play us again with I feel like they really spent a lot of the first season being whoa, who's Sauron? Who's Sauron? Who's secretly Sauron? Which was just so tiring and nobody wanted it. They're definitely not doing that this season, because they've made it blatantly clear in the trailer who Sauron is. So they're not trying to trick anybody again, if that makes sense, which I think could be nice. I also think that they have a really good chance to do something that I'd actually hoped that they had done in the first season, which is before it got revealed that I always forget what his name is, Halberd, whatever the heck his name is. Before it was 100% confirmed that he was Sauron, even though it felt like he was Sauron from the start, I was really hoping that was a bait and switch, and that we were gonna find out Sauron was just some background elf that we had seen a few times but hadn't been in the forefront yet. I thought that would be really cool, and I thought what would have been cooler with the Halberd character would be as if he had turned out to be one of the human kings that ends up getting corrupted. And I thought that would be really cool, because then we get to see a ring wraith before they were a ring wraith, and kind of see become endeared to them and then see their downfall, which I really genuinely thought would have been very fun. Well, now they actually do have an opportunity to do this, because we see the stranger, and where is he? He's in a desert area. Now we know at the end of last season the stranger said he's going east. Well, that is the one place that Gandalf never went. So if he actually goes east, he actually can't be Gandalf, which means he's got to be one of the blue wizards or Saruman. I'm thinking if they make him a blue wizard, right? then he could meet up with the other blue wizard, and then they can start fighting against the forces of Sauron in the east. And there is one of the ring races from the east. I always forget his name. I think it's Kabdu Kazul, something like that. No, listen, if they go east, then it can't be Gandalf. And listen, if they go to that ring wraith, then we can get that nice ring wraith story where we see them originally working with him and like trying to prevent Sauron, and then we see Sauron do what Sauron does, which is manipulate him, trick him, and then we see his downfall. I still think that if they go with that storyline, that it could be really, really cool. I think if they do those things, that maybe they could save this season. I don't know what they're gonna do with Galadriel. They'd really just have to do a complete character rehaul with her to save her from last season, because they really assassinated her last season. I hated all the decisions that they made for her. I do think it would be really hard for them to save her at this point, but it might be possible if they really just go a completely different direction, you know? I want to see wizards fight in the east. I don't understand why they would even bother making it Gandalf when they have this opportunity to do blue wizards, right? Because we don't really know that much about the blue wizards. But there's two of them, which is cool because you don't really get to see two wizards working together in the main series. And you have a lot of free reign, you know, and the actors don't have to like live up to these like iconic characters like Saruman and Gandalf. You know what I mean? Gandalf makes money though. You might be right. But here's the thing though that's gonna make me mad. If it truly is Gandalf, is like, then why did they make him say he was going east? Because then it just feels so unnecessary, because they know when they made him say that the fans are going to think, oh, it can't be him then. And then they're like, I am afraid of that though. I am afraid that we're gonna get into this season, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm going east, and then something's gonna happen, and he's like, well, darn, I never got there. Oh, by the way, I don't know. I really will be so mad. No! No! It can't be. It can't be. I still also am looking forward to this season because there's still some stuff that's going to be really cool. We get to see the Eagles of Numenor. Timeline completely wrong, but they've already messed up the timeline. So if the timeline's going to be messed up, at least let me see the Eagles. I'll be happy. Eagles are cool. You'll make me happy. It definitely looks like, because you can see in the trailer them attacking Aragions. We're definitely getting the War of the Elves and Sauron, which I think should be, yeah, time ... line ... exactly. I really think that it does look like we're going to get the War of Sauron and the Elves, which could be really, really fun because we know that the dwarfs from Khazad-dûm aid in that fight. So we can see Elrond and Durin fighting together, which would be really, really fun. We can see them sealing up Khazad-dûm for the first time. That'll be cool. We can see the founding of Rivendell, which would also be really cool. All of that happens. I do think that the plot line with the Celebrimbor and, you know, him being tricked into making the rings, and then him being so resolute and not wanting to give up the location of the rings to Sauron, even when he's tortured and all of that stuff. I feel like, wait, did I already talk about this already? I feel like I haven't, but now I feel like I have. I'm going crazy, you guys. Anyways, I think that does have potential to be fun, but we'll see. I hope you guys are wrong, and it's not just gonna be a bunch of fan service. I mean, I guess if it is, it is. Well, I'm gonna watch it no matter what, just because I love The Lord of the Rings and I love being in that world. I love Elrond, and there are some casting choices that I do like. That is to say, I really like the actor that they got for Elrond. I think he's great. I liked who they got for Gil-galad too. I was pretty happy. And like, I don't know, I just have to know. It's morbid curiosity. I have to know what happens. The storyline with Elrond was the only thing you enjoyed. Honestly, from the first season, that was definitely the highlight for me. And I think this season will also be really nice because we'll get to see another side of Elrond. Because right now, you know, we've just seen him, you know, being a scholar, being intelligent, being a magician, like things like that. But we haven't really got to see like the fierce warrior that he is, that we know that he is from later events, right? Like I want to see the Elrond with blood covering his face during the last alliance of humans and elves. Like I want to see that guy come out. And I think since it looks like we are going to get some warring going on, we'll definitely get to see it. From the trailer, you definitely see him in his war gear, so I am excited for that. And that's another thing that I'm hoping for. I hope we get more Celebrimbor and the dwarfs too. I hope with King Durin and Celebrimbor get some more interactions this season, because I agree with you. I do feel like I wish that we could have seen them interact more, because it just, I feel like it just would have been nice. I agree with you, but there's still a chance that we could get that this season too, since we do know that. Well, I guess we don't know for sure. We don't know if they're actually going to let the dwarves help them fight for Eregion. We'll just have to see what happens. Don't even talk to me about the Balrog. If they bring out the Balrog in this series, I really am going to be so pissed. I don't want it. I don't know why they teased it in the first season. It wasn't cute. I was not entertained. I was just upset. If they bring out the Balrog, the whole timeline, you just throw it in the trash. Like, there's nothing you can do. We're talking about different ages here. I don't even know what they're gonna do. No, do not even sit here in my chat right now and say he's coming for sure. I will die. I will literally, that will make me drop the show. That will be the end of it. Timeline in the quotes. They're not gonna do it, listen. I will accept maybe, like, they find out that he's there, but nothing happens. But then it's like, why? That's so anticlimactic. Like, why even do it at all? Am I at the bargaining stage? I'm at the bargaining stage. Out of everything I hated, everything I hated from the first season, I hated what they did to Galadriel. I hated that they showed the Balrog, and boy oh boy did I hate the lightning striking the Silmaril tree or whatever the heck happened. Oh, what was it? It was I'm trying to remember what crazy myth they made up. Was it a Balrog fighting someone, and somehow a Silmaril ends up in a tree and then it gets hit by lightning or something, and then it goes into the ground and becomes mithril? I was like, what is happening right now? Not the Great Deku tree. I was like, literally what is happening right now? We know where all the Silmarils are. There's 3 of them, and we know where all of them are. They're just making stuff up now. into the Balrog verse. I gotta go. That was so bad. I know everybody criticizes the show for feeling like bad fan fiction. That was the point for me that it like legitimately felt like bad fan fiction. I was like, this is just like a 14-year-old wrote this. Please. You know, I actually have thought about playing Shadow of Mordor. I've heard that it's actually really fun. I treat Rings of Power as non-canon, so I've written it off already. I definitely have to treat it as non-canon because they've already messed the timeline up so much. Like, I mean, I think the making of the rings took forever. I'm trying to remember exactly how long. But I think like just one step of the process took like 90 years or something. It's been a really long time since I was really up to date on the timeline, but we're talking about a very, very long span of time, and like, you know, we were already introducing characters that probably shouldn't have even been born yet right at the start, you know, like Isildur. So Isildur. Oh well, I'll still watch it. I mean, I would even rewatch the first season. There was enough stuff that entertained me that I would watch it again, even though it frustrated me. And I will watch season 2. Fine then. Goodbye. Goodbye then. Goodbye forever.